Hey guys, it's Nicole, and today we're going to be doing a 10 things video. So I kind of have this little series, not really like a consistent series, but occasionally I like to list off 10 random things. For example, I did a 10 things that are harder to do with a pregnant belly, 10 more things that are harder to do with a pregnant belly, 10 annoying things that customers do, and then on the Mom Network, for Mother's Day, I did a 10 ways to show your mom that you love her. So definitely go check out those videos if you guys haven't seen them, but today we are going to be doing a 10 things that I started doing only after becoming a mom. So we're just gonna jump right into this bad boy. Enough said. So I have my laptop over here, just need to look at my notes. My notes and notes, that's how you know shit is real, when I put down some notes. Oh yeah, girl. Number 1, embracing private time. I have to be honest with you guys, and this might be a little bit TMI, but one of my favorite parts during the day is anytime that I have to poop and I get to go inside the bathroom, lock the door behind me, and sit in there in quiet or in private for just a little bit of time. Number 2, shower story times. I have never shared so much shower time with another being in my entire life. From the time that Aaliyah was a newborn and she was just sitting in a bouncer, or when she started walking and I used to put her in her Jenny jumper, to the point now where I have her sit in the bathroom with me if she doesn't want to watch a movie, just so that we can sit there and have a conversation and I can keep tabs on her while I'm in the shower. Number 3, every friend has to pass a background check. I feel like anytime that I meet a new girl, I have to go through this checklist in my head to like make sure or see if she's gonna actually be a good friend in my life or if she's just another person passing through that I'm acquainted to. I'm just picky when it comes to the people that I have around me and my family at all times. And friends, I like to, you know, hang out with them on a personal level, but you have to make sure that people are actually the right people to hang around when you have children. Number 4, secretly watching cartoons or kid shows. I'm not talking about just the kid shows that we all know and love, like SpongeBob or what other cartoons? You know, everybody has their favorite kid show that they watch, but I mean, like, I genuinely have a love for, like, baby shows. I enjoy watching those baby shows, you know. I feel like it kind of brings me back to an innocent world. Number 6, enjoying shopping for somebody else. So some people are already like that. Some people just, you know, enjoy shopping for other people. I'm not one of those people. Before I got pregnant, before I had Aaliyah, I loved shopping for, like, you know, myself. I loved getting new clothes, and I wasn't really like I guess I could say I was a makeup person. Like, I liked getting new makeup, but I didn't spend a whole lot of my personal money on, like, clothes and stuff. Actually, back then I spent a lot of my money on weed, but either way, I like to spend my money on myself back before I became a parent. After becoming a parent, the joy of just going out and shopping for clothes or toys or basically anything that you can get for your kids, I don't know what it is, but it is so satisfying. Oh my god. Holy crap, that spider is huge. But either way. Number 7, embracing quiet time. Whether it's nap time or whether it's time to put the kids down for the night, it's just bedtime, I cannot express to you, and I'm sure any other parents out there can also relate, that moment where your kid is like asleep and everything's good, everything's quiet and peaceful. That's the perfect word to put for it, is it's just the most peaceful moment ever, and it's kind of like your own little slice of heaven after your kids are put to sleep because it's time for you, finally. Number 8, never being able to give up or never losing motivation. Of course, even as parents, we have our moments where, you know, we feel hopeless or feel, you know, discouraged or unmotivated. That happens, we're people. But at the end of the day, there's always that reason to keep moving forward. Whether you want to or not, there's no choice. You can't give up. You have somebody there that needs you. Even in the hardest moments, if you guys have been following us for a long time, you guys know that we've gone through some shit. So, you know, you just always have to stay positive and remember that there's a little person there watching you, and they, you know, are looking to you to learn what to do in their life, you know, when they get bigger. And I can honestly say that everything I do in my life is based off of what I saw my mom do. Number 9, reminiscing about my childhood. Having Aaliyah has reminded me so much of my own childhood. I see myself in her little shoes just like it was yesterday. Like, everything she does, everything that goes on with her, I remember doing as a child. I remember being that way. And sorry, she's chasing the dogs. And I miss those days. I miss those days so much. And I find myself missing those days because, you know, everything she does, I just see myself doing. And just the other day, Zach was telling me how they were watching a movie, him and Aaliyah. He hadn't seen Trolls. Yeah, he hadn't seen Trolls yet. And so him and Aaliyah were watching it, and him and Aaliyah was like telling him everything that was happening in the movie before it happened, and then he had to remind her he hadn't seen that movie yet. And Zach had told me a time that when he was little, he had done that very same thing to a family member of his that took him to go see Godzilla for the first time, and he was just telling his family member everything that happened before it happened because he was so excited. And when Zach told me that, I was like, does that remind you of anybody? And he's like, oh yeah! They're just like us when we were kids. We were once in their little shoes, and you just, you know, I remember that all the time. I think about that all the time, and it just reminds me of my childhood and where I was in my life and where we are in our lives right now. But I don't know if I would think about my childhood as much as I do if I didn't have a child. Number 10, turning down plans with people that you used to consider your crowd. Whether it's just because time with your family is more appealing, or if it's just because the people that you hang out with or that used to be in your crowd don't necessarily enjoy the company of kids, I am constantly, or we as parents, I feel, are constantly turning down social events or social company just because we're parents. I'm not complaining, that's totally cool, I'm just saying. Whether I've had people, you know, just ask me like, hey, let's go hang out. If you find a babysitter, let's go hang out. And it's like, why do I need to find a babysitter for us to hang out? Like, that is the majority of the reason why I don't hang out with a lot of my coworkers. Because I work with a lot of people my age, but they're all like basically people that don't have kids, a lot of them are. And they all hang out with each other, but you know, whenever they invite Sean and I out, we always have to turn them down because they always want us to find a babysitter, and it's like, no. And then sometimes people want to invite you to go out and you just don't want to leave, you know? Like, you just don't really want to go out. People will ask me like, oh, what'd you do over the weekend, or for my birthday? What'd you do for your birthday? Or what'd you do on your vacation? Like, did you go out? Did you go do something fun? Did you go see Portland? Did you go do this? And it's like, nope. I sat at home and didn't leave my pajamas once and put no makeup on at all, and it was freaking blissful. And that's my life as a freaking mother. But I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So those are 10 things that I only started doing after becoming a mom. And I am so curious to know if you guys related with any of these, or you know, maybe some not. And also, what are some things that you only started doing after becoming a mom? And also, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And yeah, we will see you guys next time. Bye!